Hey brother. Ben, I am disappointed in you. You make this entire video about what to get people for Christmas when you and I both know the real fun in Christmas is how you wrap the gifts. So some of you may know, in high school, Ben and I were part of a group of friends called the GMA, or Green Mallard Association. Look, we had a logo and everything. So cool, right? Right? So the four of us hung out all the time, did all sorts of crazy things, but my favorite tradition that we ever developed was called the GMA Gift Exchange, where we all got each other gifts at Christmas. Now the GMA Gift Exchange was unique in one very major way, and that it didn't really matter what you got the other person as much as it mattered how you wrapped the gift. Our goal was to wrap the presents in the most difficult, unusual, disgusting, misleading ways possible, and then just let it unfold. So today I'm going to count down the 10 worst, and by worst I mean best, ways to wrap a gift for your friends. Number 10, shrink wrap. A regular standby in my gift wrapping repertoire. Shrink wrap is so much fun. You can buy it at like Walmart or something and you just start wrapping, and that's it. The fun thing is that the more shrink wrap they take off, the bigger the gift gets, because it's actually shrinking it with the amount of force it's applying to itself. And if you want to make it really difficult, start breaking it every 20 wraps or so they can't just sit there and unravel the whole thing. And if you really want to get complicated, use 2 pieces at once and start weaving so they can't even just ever unravel anything. Number 9, the rope ball. Just get a bunch of different ropes with like varying thickness and start tying knots all over the gift. I ended up with something about the size of a volleyball. It's not impossible to get into, there's just so many knots it will take them forever. Number 8, the rubber band ball. This one's kind of self-explanatory. Just get a bunch of rubber bands and keep wrapping them around there. The bonus on this one is that while your friend is removing the thousands of rubber bands you've put around their gift, they'll probably dry out their fingers from all the rubber and get cracked hands for the rest of the winter. Number 7, the lionfish. If you don't know what a lionfish is, it's this crazy thing, and they are very poisonous. This one's a little more dangerous, and I wouldn't recommend it for everyone, but Ben, working at a pet store, actually had access to a lionfish. All you gotta do, sink your friend's gift to the bottom of a bucket and put a fish in there. Go ahead, reach in and get it. Number 6, the pond. Another grand design of my own, and if you have access to a body of water, I would highly recommend it. Basically, I took my friend's gift, put it in a dry bag, and sunk it to the bottom of a pond. Then I tied a rope to it attached to a milk carton to mark its place in the water. Then when it was snowing outside, I gave my buddy some waders and told him he just had to go retrieve the gift. The waders came up to here, the water came up to about here. So if you made any sudden movements, you were getting frozen out there. Number 5. Packaging peanuts. If I recall, you had to open this one, Ben. Our friend had put a single note on one packaging peanut in a garbage bag full of packaging peanuts. Not difficult to do, just time consuming. And then the note, I believe when you found it, was just the first step in a very lengthy scavenger hunt. Number 4, the screw box. I had to endure this one, Ben, and it was a little tricky. My friend John had created a wooden box and put about 100 screws that appeared to be holding it together. The catch is that only 2 of them were. Figuring it out was a complete guessing game, and I had to unscrew about 56 screws before I finally got it open. Number 3, the ranch dressing balloons. This didn't involve you or me, Ben, just our friends John and Mike. Mike was giving John a gift, and it was inside of a lockbox. All you needed was the key. But where was the key? Inside of one of 30 water balloons filled with ranch dressing. And John hates the smell of ranch dressing. By the end of it, John's arms were covered in ranch dressing, and I don't think the key was even in one of the balloons. Number 2, concrete. Fill up a 10-gallon bucket with concrete, put the gift somewhere in the middle, and let it dry. It's cheap, easy to make, and hard to get into. And you know what? Don't even make it a gift in the middle. Make it a piece of paper with a clue to the scavenger hunt you're about to go on. And finally, number 1, spray foam. This was the worst one ever, and it was all for me. If you don't know what spray foam is, it's the stickiest stuff in the world. Like, so sticky it is probably literally actually holding some of the walls of your house together. Our dear friend Mike had put inside of a container a large amount of spray foam with a plastic Ziploc bag in the middle. All you have to do is reach through the foam and get the bag, open it up, and there's your gift. Except that involves getting the world's stickiest substance all over your hands. I actually think it bonds with my skin. Inside the Ziploc bag, the gift was wrapped in paper towels. The paper towels had been dipped in ink. So let me do the math for you. My hands were covered in spray foam, the world's stickiest substance. Then the spray foam got dyed black by the ink. I couldn't get the dyed black spray foam off of my hands for a month. So there you go, Ben. 10 great ways to piss off your friends during the holidays. Nothing says Christmas like tradition, right? So Ben, my question for you and everybody else is, what is a holiday tradition, or not even holiday tradition, just a tradition that you have with your friends that you love doing every year? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you in another life, brother.